Coco Brown.
Tag me in, coach. Now this chick gonna be all up in C-Sports. Part owner.
Is a familiar face on television and films. It's been said that when the actress and comedian takes the stage, the world stands still.
So you grew up in Newport News?
Born and raised.
How did you, or when did you realize you were funny?
Honestly, it was the first time I went on TV. I mean, honestly, you know, if you let my friends tell it when I was in high school and elementary school, middle school, whatever, they always said I was funny, I was always quick, I was always witty. But for real, I never knew I could get paid doing this.
Brown starred in the Tyler Perry film Single Moms Club, and she plays the role of Jennifer in his television show, For Better or Worse.
Ooh, she went to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 school. She's smart. It's kind of expensive in here. Yeah. You paying for this, right?
No, I'm not paying for this. I better not. Never do it. No! You ain't gonna make me pay and get my boob squeezed. No!
Did your parents, did they know you?
No, they thought I was crazy.
Really?
They had just spent all that money for a degree, and I said, I'm gonna be a comic. My parents looked at me like I had 2 heads. And the first time I ever did comedy, my parents came to a show I did in Norfolk, Virginia, and my mom walked out the club after my show, and she said, baby, who told you was funny?
Whoa,
no lie, no lies.
Real curious, so do you see the world, you think, differently than the average Joe who doesn't necessarily look at things and see humor in them?
I do find humor in things that aren't funny, that really shouldn't be funny. You know, I really do. I mean, you know, and I think that's the twistedness of most stand-up comics, because most of us, you know, our comedy comes from pain, something that has hurt us, something that is traumatizing or whatever, and we've learned how to laugh at it. You know, I always say I love Kevin Hart, but he doesn't have the patent on pain. You know, we've all laughed at our pain. That's how we get through being in this business. I mean, I laughed through my divorce. Most people would have probably flung themselves off of a bridge with some of the stuff I went through, but I had to laugh at it. I mean, I remember sitting in the courtroom cracking up, and the judge was like, you all right? I'm like, sir, Your Honor, I just got to laugh at this right now. Look, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Because otherwise I'm going to jump across this thing and kill the man. So, you know,
Whoa.
So yeah, you got to find the humor in everything.
I read that many of your fans call you the truth. Why is that?
Because I always say, I don't tell jokes, I tell the truth. What I put out there is literally, I give you a bird's eye view into my life, into what I've been through. I don't get up there and try to tell you knock-knock jokes or very generalized, you know, when I went to the bathroom joke. No, what you're hearing is pretty much my diary, my life unfold before you. I talk about, you know, being single. I talk about finally getting married and then finding out who you married was not who you thought they were, and then becoming a single mom and raising a little boy and trying to potty train a little boy when you can't teach him how to stand up. You know, you know, I talk about things that really relate to me.
Where for you is God in all that pain that you went through?
Child, I talk to him so much I think he'd get tired of hearing from me. You know, I always say that I have a joke that I say in my act, you know, when I do stand up, you know, I'm not clean and I'm gonna keep it real. But I do talk about God a lot in my act. And people sometimes will give you that look. And I said, don't judge me. God knows my heart, he knows my mouth ain't caught up yet. You know, and, you know, for me, you know, with all that I've been through, I mean, I've been on my own literally since I was 17. I mean, I went to college and I did with my parents. You know, I came from a very traditional Southern household. You go to college, you get a degree, you get married, you have some babies. You know, I went far left after I graduated. I became a stand-up comic and decided to say, you know, whatever with this degree, I'm going to be a stand-up. And, you know, I always say I put God first. I mean, this business is relentless and it is mean and it is unfair, and you constantly have to convince yourself of your worth, because if you let this business define you, God help you.
Before we end, I want to play a little bit of a game and just throw out some names of people that I believe you've worked with. If you haven't, don't worry about it. And just get your first impressions of what you recall.
Okay.
Samuel Jackson.
Cool. So cool. Real cool.
Kelsey Grammer.
Hilarious. Hilarious. Yes.
Nia Long.
Beautiful. Beautiful spirit. Mm-hmm.
Terry Crews.
A fool. A funny fool. I love Terry.
Whenever I see him and think of you, it's always the funeral
Yeah, yes, and that was his idea. Okay,
Really?
yes, that was not in the script. I don't know where he found it, but he bought it on set and was like, we're just like, and that's what, Tyler would do. He'll let stuff just fly, and, you look like, improv. And you're like, okay, that's not in the script, but I'm going to roll with it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Tyler Perry.
Gosh, brilliant.
And last, Oprah Winfrey.
The queen. The queen. Yes, the queen. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such a pleasure.